fucking
1099s.
Exactly.
1099.
Yeah.
1099s, dude.
Fucking
Look at us. We're
1099
adults.
city.
Look at us.
Yeah.
1099 gang. They're like, no unions for you.
No tax return, gang.
Yeah, exactly. Dude. Who was it? Oh, somebody was. It was so pathetic. It was Uber, actually. Just spot on the nose. They were boycotting on Lunar New Year, which is a Chinese holiday in America. And they were like, this is really going to send a message, you know? And then like, this isn't they're not boycott. They were on strike or whatever.
Yeah.
That was their thing. And I read up on it. They actually only weren't going to service like 4 major airports, and it was only going to be for like 1 day.
That'll really show them.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you guys, idiots? Like, they can't wait you out on that one? You were probably going to take time off anyway for Lunar New Year or whatever the fuck it is that you know what I mean?
Where were they doing that at?
They're just calling it a strike, and they're actually taking vacation.
Yeah,
you know?
they just took 1 day.
Yeah, it was
not even a
ridiculous. What are you
vacation.
talking about? A strike?
That's a sick day.
Somebody was saying you can't be on strike if you're not in a union. I don't know if that's true, but it seems silly.
I guess if everybody actually just banded together and quit doing it.
That's what I say, dude. Then you're still on strike. What say ye? Is that a strike? If people just stop working?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't view it any other way.
It's horseshit. I don't know. That makes no sense to me. You got to be in a union to strike.
Yeah. I mean, I guess with the union, they go up to bat for you too. I don't know, which probably never even ends up working out. I was in a union once, and like they were like, "Yeah, don't worry, guys, we got you like 1 cent raise a year," and I was like, "Whoa, dude, don't!" Holy smokes, dude! Like, what is that? An extra $20 a year? Like,
I was a UPSer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so I worked like really early in the morning. That was my shift. And then at that time, UPS they were already unionized, but they got absorbed. They sold out. I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
But the Teamsters took over them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Teamsters were fucking gung-ho, dude. And they brought in these, like, Boston guys. And there was, like, these 5 Boston guys who came in. And every shift would come in and they'd have this meeting. Like, you got to get in the union, man. And it's like, it's only $20 a month. And here's what you get. Here's what you get. And they were really hardcore on it, dude. It was so... it was comical, dude. They were really...
That's the first step to getting into the...
Yeah, and then I shortly thereafter went into middle management and lost all my benefits because I was not in the union. It was funny because I got a rate, or you know what I mean? I was moving up and I got less benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. You became the opposition at that point. That's why. You switched teams.
It was sweet, though. I got a shitload of dental work done in like 1 week. I was like, I'm going to lose this shit. So I went in and they were like... Okay, and then it was down to the wire because I went in and I was like, I need my wisdom teeth removed, and they were like, here's your date. And they said, we're doing the top ones today, and I said, hey, you got 4 of them, right? Okay.
Just smack all of them out of there.
Yeah, well, you know, fucking, boop, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't have time for that. You said 2. I said, I never said 2. I said, pull my wisdom teeth. That's what I said, you know? So they're like, you got to come back on a different date. I'm like, fine, you know. They're trying to hit you up for like anesthesia twice. You know what I mean? All that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. Why the fuck not, right?
Yeah, it's all a big scam.
And meanwhile, I got a raw mouth twice as long, you know?
Yeah.
Horse pucky. That's what I
How
said.
long in between the 2?
That's a good question. I wouldn't know because I stood my ground. Shout out to Happy Smile in Lincoln, Nebraska. Those guys are predators, dude. Yeah, I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska for a while. That's actually where I met my wife, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, Greeley, Colorado, Longmont, Colorado, Pittsburgh, and a couple places in Iowa, you know, growing up.
Oh, shit.
That kind of stuff. So I've bounced around. But as an adult, in my 20s, I took off, and then I just kept bouncing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, I lived in Florida for a while, and then...
Really? You're a Florida man. Nice.
Yeah. Came back up this way.
You ever getting any news articles while you were down there?
I don't know. No.
Got away with it, right? They wrote the articles, but your name wasn't included, right?
Florida is nuts.
He's
though.
just Florida man.
Yeah, I am
Exactly.
Florida man. Yeah, I didn't have long hair then either.
What part of Florida?
South Florida. I was in Palm Beach County.
So that's how far from the water did you live?
Oh, I was close to the beach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it nice? I guess I don't know. Fuck.
I'm
talking out of
loved-
school. I've visited Florida.
Yeah, I lived down there. I fucking hated it.
I
mean,
I loved it, to be honest.
It seems like cool.
I had its
visited.
benefits. It's a place you go on vacation. Like
Yeah.
That makes sense.
To me-
because that's what I did, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's definitely different living down there. You know, like the summer can be brutal. Like, I mean, you even think about going outside and you're hot, but
Yeah.
I'd rather be hot than cold.
I was also
So-
biased though, man, because
Nobody wears any clothes,
My
though.
son
That's
was
nice.
up here when I was down there.
Well,
and I
that's-
wanted to get back up here. So
Yeah, that was part of the reason I wanted to come back too,
But-
because Chloe was up here. But
I didn't like the weather though, dude.
You didn't like the weather in Florida?
you
Yeah.
didn't like the sun shining and
And, like,
Going
everyone was so happy.
swimming weather every day.
The
and-
dopamine in your brain.
Yeah, all the people vacationing there for the weather. You didn't like
Yeah.
the weather that no.
The weather that's worth taking on alligators.
It was just too much sometimes.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't like it. You know, I had to get used to being sunburnt all the time, and
Were you?
yeah.
Always sunburnt?
Well, I mean, like, you know, after a while you get used to it and you're tan, but like, yeah, like during like the winter, it still gets like chilly. You dress a little different, and then summer comes back around. You get
I worked a shitload outside, building stuff basically.
yeah,
And like the best stuff really is like a really thin, worn out linen button up shirt and a fucking straw hat. You know what I mean? It like
Yeah.
blocks like 90% of the sun on your body.
yeah.
The wind blows through the son of a bitch. It's pretty
You get a
nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's why when you see all Arab people, they're wearing fucking white linen, dude, because it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wicks the shit off you. The wind blows through it, and then it dries out.
Yeah, protects
Makes
you from the
sense.
sun just enough.
Yeah. You don't have to wear sunscreen every day because you're covered, obviously, for them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I worked on the beach for a little bit, and I felt like by the time, so
You worked on the beach?
yeah, so
Okay,
I would
meaning-
like set up like cabanas and shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, you were a
It was
cabana
actually-
boy. I
yeah.
like it.
Well,
I think you're doing the shorts, dude.
and it was hard. We had to like carry these fucking things were heavy. We had to carry.
You wouldn't
them
think
across the
cabana
beach.
boy work would be so difficult. But
I'm telling you. And then we had to bury seaweed and shit too. So like, I mean, like
You had
there
to
would be
what?
a ton bury seaweed along the beach.
I never would have guessed burying seaweed was part of a cabana boy.
Yeah, dude, it was not fucking cool. And
So what
like,
did you-
there would be a ton of seaweed sometimes. You'd have to like bury it like waist deep. Like, I mean, like there
With
was like
shovels?
a ton. Yeah, dude. What? It was nuts.
Get a fucking piece of equipment,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm just out there in the beating sun in the middle of
Oh my
summer.
God.
Just, it was
I
hard.
didn't know seaweed was that much of a problem.
Yeah, dude, there's so much of it. It would just wash up onto the beach.
It
Damn.
stinks too. It doesn't. It's not good smelling.
And there's
Yeah.
sea lice in it
That's
and
what,
shit.
that's one thing I never thought about in the ocean when I was a kid, because I grew up in the Midwest, freshwater everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I get down to the ocean or the Gulf, or I don't know which one was first, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be fresh and beautiful. It stinks like fucking shit, and then you get in there and then, like it burns your nose and eyes,
Yeah.
and you're like, and then you're like, oh, I think I swallowed some of it. Fuck, oh god,
Yeah.
it's not good.
No,
Yeah.
it's not at all.
I'll take freshwater, I think, actually. But I was raised that way. Salt life people are salt life people.
I still love the ocean, but yeah, But by the time I got done with that job, I moved back up here. Like I left from doing that
After
job
your
to come back
cabana
up
boy,
here, and like
you
I
hung
had,
up your shorts and you moved here.
Yeah, I hung them up. I had a tan line for what felt like a year after that job. I was just like, it was nuts.
How long ago was that you moved back?
I think I've been back since 2013,
All right.
2014.
So you didn't start comedy till like last year, didn't you?
Yeah, so I started doing comedy videos and stuff like that in 2019, and then stand up. Yeah, I started last year. So
So where are your videos? I didn't know about these videos, dude.
Yeah.
Are they as cool as faux Skeen? Have you seen those? It's ridiculous.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You should listen to them in private. You don't want people to overhear you listening to them. But the immortal Corey Henderson did gay raps back in the day, and his alter ego was faux Skeen. And if you look them up on YouTube, they're all there. And they're bangers, dude. They're bangers.
Now I need. Yeah,
they're super gay. They're super gay.
I'm definitely gonna look them up.
Yeah, they're really, really funny. Oh,
I had a few good ones. A few cringe ones because from starting out and everything. But there's definitely a few.
I've had so many cringe open mics.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've had a couple of cringe podcasts where I was like fucking shithouse, and I listened to it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a blithering moron. Oh well, whatevs. You live and you learn.
Yeah,
I like that about podcasting. I mean, it makes you be humble if you just let people do and be whatever they are. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like my favorite ones are the most vulgar, So,
yeah, I like. So we try not to like set any topics or anything, so that we can just kind of like let the conversation go, like wherever we're.
Yeah, like right now we could talk about Miley Cyrus's butt, and it would just be a total tangent, right?
Yeah,
it's the only thing she's got going for her. It's not that good, but somehow she's still a sex symbol.
That's very true.
Yeah. Dude, the other day I got targeted ads for giant sex dolls on Temu. I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking I'm into, dude? I don't think I think I'm a pretty normal dude. Like,
I get weird ads.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
The Temu ones are always really fucking weird.
Yeah. They're like the sex predator of sales apps, I think.
I get these giant ass pillows that like.
Nice,
the ad
dude.
is like jiggling them, like you know what I mean?
Right. Or somebody's holding the pillow and
so
that you can see
and
it.
I'm like, damn.
Rather than make it pornographic, they just show you how it would bounce.
Right,
nice.
but like that gets me. I'm like, damn, they
got
my fucking number, didn't they, dude?
I'm gonna nail it later. You know what I mean?
They really nailed that one. But then other ones, I'm like, where did you get that?
You ever seen a big butt? Yeah, one of them play butts.
One of the pillow ones?
Like one of the fuck butts, whatever they are,
fuck butts. we need to make that if that's.
They have those. Right? No, they have those. It's like you would cut it off like mid thigh up to mid stomach, and it's just like you would lay it.
Yeah.
And it sticks like a speed bump out of your mattress or whatever, and you just get after it, man.
Yeah, just get.
And they have replicas of porn stars and stuff, dude. Yeah.
I've definitely seen them. I've not experienced one.
No, I've never experienced one. I don't have the bravery it would take.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna besmirch any man who has.
I've came close to a Fleshlight though, because people really give those things glowing reviews. I'm like, geez, dude, is it really that good?
Here's my question: was it a used Fleshlight?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. See, like you really have to mull over a lot more. If somebody's leaving an unopened, like hermetically sealed Fleshlight, laying around my place for months, he's not getting it back. You know what I mean? I might have to throw it away. I might keep it. I don't know, but I know this one thing: if it's unused, I'm after it. I can't not try it. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's.
I don't even know where you would buy. Well, obviously the internet. The internet is killing all that stuff, dude. Like there's a sex shop down in. Homestead went out of business.
Oh, sad day.
Sad day. Probably a 40-year mom and pop establishment, out there just selling ball gags and fucking get masks to the Lord's work, And
I've thought about what it would be like to work at one of those.
The ones by the highway would be the craziest for sure, dude. They've got
yeah,
where people are like, I can go far enough away that no one will recognize me. That's why they're fucking right there.
It's right next to a truck stop.
Exactly, dude.
You're getting the best of the best through there.
Lot lizards are something I've never witnessed, and I think that's a tragedy because I've done a lot of driving. And I don't understand it.
I saw one before. I worked at a pilot
A pilot. Oh yeah,
I worked at the pilot right off of 79, and
you still think Sheets? You said Sheets? What was it? No, you like
Pilot's not the same, man.
No, what do you like?
Oh, Speedway.
Speedway. Come on, Pilot's better than Speedway.
No.
All right. Anyway.
No, dude. The thing. So, like, what? Another
Pilot's
draw,
got everything. It's a truck stop, dude.
Another draw of Speedway is
dude.
the ecosystem there. Like, it's
the
a very
ecosystem.
Yeah, dude. It's a very diverse biome. You don't know what. Like, you get high end people. You get like the bottom of the barrel. There's literally people who panhandle across from the one over here. So
that's true. They can be sketchy.
So I like. Part of the experience is the people watching experience.
Right, of course.
So I love that about Speedway. Every Speedway I've ever been to.
That's why you go there. Yeah. You go there for the people. I get it, dude. I was in New York, like, what was it? Not that long ago, like within a year. You know what I mean? And I saw a couple of crazy things. I saw the craziest one. I can't remember what the second one was. But the craziest one was this guy, and it was huge. I'm talking like WWF wrestler, huge. You know what I mean? And he was wearing skin tight blue jeans and a leather vest with no shirt underneath. The vest was not buttoned up, and it had like a lot of the tassels. You know what I mean? And he was getting into it with some bodega clerk. You know what I mean? And he was like pushing this bodega clerk, and these two clerks, or patron and a clerk, I don't know who they were, pushed him down into the street. For some reason, this bodybuilder was not opening up on them, right? And they keep telling him to get the fuck out, and he's standing now like 2 stairs lower, which is a disadvantage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And these guys are getting pretty brave because they've been talking shit to this guy, and for some reason he hasn't hit them. And I mean, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, I'm not getting involved. I'm watching. I'm doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? This is my fucking sheets or whatever it was.
I'm here for entertainment purposes.
Right, exactly, dude. So then he gets brave and he kicks the guy fucking 300 style in the chest. You know what I mean? And the guy
he flies
over backwards. Yes. You know what I mean? Tears off the leather vest. Now he's ready to show out. He's ready to show out. And so one of the store clerks gets down. There's a restaurant. The restaurant are like people, I don't know what they are, like fucking servers and all the staff, you know.
The whole staff was
well, not a whole staff, but like everyone who knew that the street was close to them could hear it, you know. And they came out and they're like, "What's fucking going on?" And I see these bodega guys. They probably know them. They work next door. They buy their smokes and they go on break, you know. Either way, so they're on bodega guys' side, obviously, you know. You know, and so the bodega guys take, you know, the child seats, the wooden ones that you put like a kid next to the table at a restaurant with. They start WWFing this fucking hulking guy with these things, dude. And they walk him back an entire city block, fucking whacking him over the head. They broke 3 chairs, I think. And
this guy was still walking.
And he's still walking, dude. He was taking his lumps. And then they got him out in the middle of the street on a crosswalk, like a half a block down. I don't know why the guy he really wasn't fighting back at this point. I kind of felt bad for him, but he was yelling back a bunch. You know what I mean? Like, he was like being as tough as he could without fighting for some reason, you know? Either way, these store clerks did something I'd never seen before that was very smart, also very ruthless. They stomped out his right hand.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That is ruthless.
That is ruthless, but it's very smart.
Ruthless. I mean... Yeah.
If you're afraid, which I would, like I said, I would not fuck with this guy, dude. He literally looked like a WWF wrestler. It was insane. Yeah, so the cops came. I guess what actually happened was he punched one guy, choked another guy in the bodega, and then the bodega clerks walked him. And then I saw it from there out. Everything you said.
But he did nothing to the bodega guys.
I got his leather vest. I was on my bicycle, and I was like, God, this is a great memento. But the right thing to do is to give it back, right? Yeah. Imagine this story, and I was wearing the vest though right now. And I was like,
"So you gave it back?"
This was the vest, dude.
Did you?
I don't know if I did the right thing. I returned it.
Did you ask him?
I never got to talk to the guy. I had to give it to the police because he was in the back of a squad car.
I was gonna say, I'd be like, dude, why didn't you fight?
That was pretty insane. I can't remember the other ones I saw. There's plenty of homeless people. That was fun. Can't remember what else. But yeah, it was a fun city, dude. I saw some kid throw tomatoes. He tried to do like a social media skit where the audience didn't know that he was going to go up and do so much hack material that the audience was going to throw tomatoes at him. And everybody's like, obviously these guys are with you. Why would they have tomatoes? You know?
Yeah.
I bring
what the fuck's going on?
Everywhere.
And
I don't know.
Yeah. It's a light snack.
And then they tried to be like, okay, yeah, all right, you know, and then leave. And they're like, no, go clean up all these tomatoes, you know? So then we got like 20 minutes of tomato cleanup in the middle of the stuff. I don't know. But it was fun. I live for that stuff. That's what I like about comedy, dude.
That is funny. Where was that?
It was Soho, I believe they call the neighborhood in New York on whatever, it's Manhattan, the main body, I think. I can't remember the neighborhoods.
So
I mean, I know Brooklyn is east and Queens is northeast or something like that. I don't know.
That's hilarious, though. Somebody actually.
Yeah, dude. It's a fun town, though. Like, I understand why people go there and catch a bug. You know, like even if it's dull, which it was a lot, there's still stuff going on. You know.
Yeah.
So
I have drove through New York a couple times. Like I went on a cruise once and I left from the port in New York. And then
you just passed through.
Yeah, pretty much. So like I've never actually been to New York.
I've never been to New York.
I'd never either until that day.
Yeah.
Or those days, I should say.
Yeah.
But it was pretty crazy. We got to stay in, not in, but very close to Times Square. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was really cool. And everyone was like anyone who's from New York is like, that's the most, I've never been to, I don't go to Times Square. It's a tourist, whatever, dude. I'm into it.
I'd like
since
to
I was a kid, I've been
it.
seeing this stuff on TV. I'm going to freaking,
at least check it out.
I'm going to go roll through, dude.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't New Year's Eve.
Yeah, dude, you're going to wear a diaper to go.
Oh my God.
People wear dude.
I can't imagine. If you show video though, and they've got side by sides of like 1996 Times Square New Year's Eve, everybody's lit. Everybody's having a good time. Nobody's freaking calling an attorney the next day. You know what I mean? It's wonderful. What happened, America? What happened? Dude, now people are shitting their pants, waiting for a ball to drop and saying, "It's worth it. I'm so sober." Like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? They like pat people down and have barricades and stuff.
There's absolutely no way I would shit my pants there. If I had to shit and I couldn't get out, I would tell whoever's around me, you better watch out because I'm about to just...
If shitting your pants is a prerequisite for anything.
I'm out. I'm out. I mean, unless I'm getting paid so I don't have to work the rest of my life, I'm not shitting my pants. On purpose, anyway. I've done it on accident. Who hasn't?
Yeah.
And that's why we all know.
I hate the people who say they never have. I'm like, I don't believe you, dude.
You've at least sharted.
Yeah.
Everyone's sharted, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I have a baby, 7 months old. She's sharted, okay? I don't think it goes away. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, somebody told me that before. I was like, you're a fucking liar. You're just trying to shame me.
Yeah, at least in school, like when you were a kid.
Oh, dude. When I was 23, I was hungover as hell, and I was like, all I have to do today is like go hang out with the boys, smoke a little reefer, eat pizza, you know, like it's fine. It's a day off.
Smooth sailing day. I'm
hungover as hell. And I stumbled down the stairs from the apartment, across the street into the parking lot, sit down in my Cadillac, turn the keys, and shit my pants immediately. And I'm like, God damn it,
what a way
dude.
to start the day.
So now I have to like, you got to think, you know, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm in a public parking lot. I don't have a change of clothes. I got to walk it out. That sucks. I don't want to get stuff on my car, obviously, you know. So now you got to gather up your fucking pant legs, dude. You're swinging them out into the street. You're walking across the street with your hands around the bottom of your pant legs, dude. And people are like, what the fuck is this guy up to?
Yeah, you're doing some weird waddle.
I'm sorry, I shit my pants, dude.
It's
never a log either. No one accidentally logs them.
No, right? Well, okay, so whenever I was a kid, I distinctly remember some logs rolling down my pant leg.
Oh, no, for real?
Yeah,
That's
trying
so
to run
funny.
to the bathroom.
I love it.
Yeah, I remember running around my grandma's house. I was like, I tried holding it too long.
Oh, that's what it is. Yep.
You know, and I went running. I was like,
Were you like a neuro case about shitting or something?
No.
Well, you held a log so long that it tumbled out your butt like a...
Yeah, well, I went running, and I think just the force of running, I was just too loose.
Saying, maybe a little pressure off the top earlier on in the day.
Yeah. But I shit my pants at work whenever I lived in Florida, and I didn't know what to do, so I just took my underwear off and just freeballed it.
That's a solid move, dude. A lot of times that's what has to be done.
Hit it.
If you're at the workplace,
garbage.
Dude, you hope to God it stays in the underwear.
Yeah.
If it does, you leave that behind a toilet somewhere, dude.
Yep. It's uncomfortable.
It's
freeballing.
You don't want it to happen, but they should have put a garbage can out.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody likes freeballing in denim, I don't think, but it happens, I guess.
I actually knew a guy in high school who exclusively freeballed in denim for 1 year. He's very vocal about it. Totally worked. Got him chicks, dude.
Damn.
He went from an average guy to a slightly above average guy.
Just by freeballing in denim.
Just by letting chicks know that if they stared long enough, they'd get a picture. They'd figure it out. They'd see how much he's got. You know what I mean? I'm just in denim. Just me and my boys here, you know?
Tight denim.
Yeah.
It was a tight denim.
Not always, but enough, you know?
Yeah.
Farmer types. You know, like not farmer, like cowboy types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cowboy types.
Corn-fed motherfuckers.
Guys who know what an OBS Ford F-150 1988 to 1991 grill looks like, you know?
Because AI sure doesn't.
Because AI doesn't have a fucking clue, dude. I'm excited to fuck around with AI a little bit more. I've got this brand new phone that I just got, and it's I tried it out today. It's got a translator to text and voice. So my wife can talk to me in Chinese. It'll come out of my phone in her voice, but slightly delayed, but still come out in her because she had to speak 10 sentences into it, and then it had to analyze her voice for however long. But that's pretty nuts, right? Like, like if I want to, her parents, who could call and talk to me exclusively, on the phone, and I could do it with my phone.
Yeah. We were talking about different things like that when we were talking about trying to do a cartoon for a while, even though it was a lot more time consuming than initially thought with the program. But like just getting like different voices and stuff like that for them would be hella easy with something like that.
Dude, I've thought of little hacks they're not perfect, but if you get some of these apps that have filters, you can make yourself into a cartoon with a filter, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you take a video like you play that on a high definition TV with your phone and a screen recording app. Now you've animated the entire video clip. See what I'm saying?
Oh, with like the filter.
With the filter
on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The filter. It's not perfect, but regardless, you're an anime character for for whatever extended period or whatever filter you can find that you find appropriate for whatever redonkulous kind of conversation you're having.
I feel like transferring that would end up being a fucking pain in the fucking ass one way or another too, though. We were messing around with this program that like you can basically animate puppets.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it would almost look like South Park style, which like I don't know, it's not like completely, I guess, off the table. It's just
is the learning curve steep, or is it just not there yet?
I feel like a little bit of a mix. There's definitely a learning curve to it.
You need to learn how to know. You need to know how to use like Photoshop and Illustrator more than anything, I think.
Yeah.
To make the puppets and the backgrounds and all that stuff, and then on top of that, you got to learn how to put it all together inside the actual program.
I know how to do minimal Photoshop stuff, but I mean I make my own all my own thumbnails and any posters I need for events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I might start fucking around with AI, and what I think will be fun is the same thing we were saying earlier. Like it's about the questions you're asking when you're making these posters. A lot of the posters have generic formats and stuff, and you can use those. but also like you could make your own image and throw that at it and say, hey, you know, what if Van Gogh painted this, you know?
Yeah.
And then it'll just swap it over, you know, and things like that. And that's pretty interesting, you know?
Yeah, that's to stylize something you made. That would be cool.
Yeah.
There's just all kinds of fucking, who knows what directions we're going, you know what I mean? No one knows. That's the 3 types of information. You ever hear those from the CIA? There's the knowns. That's things you know, obviously.
Yeah.
There's the known unknowns. That's say, I'm not sure, you know, he hasn't gotten back to me. You know, that's a known unknown. And then there's the unknown unknowns. And that's, none of us have thought of it. We don't even know the question. We don't even know the question.
Yeah.
So don't even pretend like you're prepared, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So who knows what the fuck AI is going to do to our ass, but hopefully it's a friend, dude.
Yeah.
It's definitely crazy. Like I brought up before we started, was everybody talking about seeing ads for things that they only thought of, not that they've never actually talked about it out loud.
Right. Is it reading your mind and targeting ads?
Yeah.
I just don't think it is. I think I don't know, man. It might be listening, but you're saying you never talked about it, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me yet.
It has happened to me.
It has?
Yeah.
What is it? Do you mind saying what you thought about? Was it
okay?
like big,
so I can't think of.
I
can't think of a specific example off the top of my head.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
But it would be something as specific and random as that, and I would literally just look at something sometimes, and literally like 20 minutes later, it would be in an ad.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
Sometimes though, it can tell by your GPS what kind of stores you've been near.
But
it would be something in my, not even in something in my house.
Pepperidge Farm oyster crackers.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if there is something like that going on, I don't feel like it's
this.
Like the government.
This phone asked
like,
me when I initiatedly turned it on today because I switched my account over. It asked me, "Do you want us to use your information to improve your advertising experience?" And I had no. So maybe the settings, and we'll see. Because like I said, it's the first day on this thing. It's not even set up yet, but maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll get less of that.
Yeah, maybe.
Ghostly.
I feel like they'll
fewer
find
anal
a
bead
way.
ads, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking about them, but I never talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I feel like even if you say no to that, they'll just find another way in through another app or something.
Well, that's what I was
saying. They read what you buy at the store.
Yeah.
Your purchase, your actual. They're linked to your your Advantage card at Giant Eagle.
Yeah. They know all that stuff.
Yeah.
And my banking is on my phone. I'm sure there's some sort of loophole in there where they can pay the bank for what types of things I'm buying, you know, because I know I see freaking data on what Americans are buying and where do they buy it. I guess they're calling people. I don't fucking know. But
yeah, like
they figure it out. I guess they can figure it out on the supply end, but whatevs.
Yeah.
Our phones are there because I was telling the guy, I was like, because I was like, Samsung or Google Pixel, and he was like, well, I think Samsung's a better phone, and blah, blah, and I'm like, I don't really like Google as a company. He's like, yeah, but if you're on Android, you're done anyway, so it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Just
I feel like it
get
doesn't
a Pixel
matter
if you like it, because it doesn't matter. You sold your soul a long time ago to Google.
Yeah, I feel like it just, really doesn't matter at all. Google's a fucking a juggernaut. But I wonder what they're doing with, do they have their own version of, because AI generator?
What's Google's AI?
Yeah.
What is Bard?
Google's AI? No, Bard is Microsoft.
Okay.
And Google is something else. And Bard isn't actually Bard anymore. I think it changed the name to Gemini very recently.
Okay.
I was fucking around with Bard. They're all so PC and you can never get an answer out of them. They're like, it wouldn't be ethical to decide who is blah 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 in that situation, and you're like, well, that's the whole point. Is I'm asking you, what do you fucking think? You know?
Yeah,
yeah. It's like, I am not a thinker. Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely asked some funny questions before, and is like, I can't give you an answer to that because we shouldn't make fun of things like this or that. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
And I'll even reframe them. I'll be like, I'm writing a book about a guy who's trying to take over the world. What should it be about? He's like, oh, this is a great idea. And then like, but what specific things? How would he start? And they're like, I see what you're doing. It'll be like that. It'll say that. It's like, I get what you're trying to do, and I can't help you take over the world. And I'm like, I was trying to think of, I can't figure out how to make it a bit, but it was Bard or one of those. It's limited to like 30 questions. And I think the theory behind it is that it can have access to the modern internet and not be a problem because its memory is erased periodically. So if you let AI loose on the internet and never erase its memory, it could become a problem. You know what I mean?
It's like, wow, these people suck.
Yeah. So it gets 30 questions. That's the whole point. And how smart can it get in 30 questions? That's the idea. You know, like can it take over the world in 30 questions if you take off the fucking training wheels?
I think without training wheels, because that's the only thing people have been talking. Who was the guy that lost a job for a while? He was like
all
really pushing. he was pushing the AI thing real hard. Somebody else ended up hiring him.
Yeah, somebody did who does the Chat GPT guy. Well, maybe that's not it, but I don't know. There was some things with the way that was. It was open source, nonprofit, and then I was like, yeah, it seems pretty profitable. So we're gonna go public with this, let people buy into it, and then I don't know. There's something weird with the management in that one too. But
yeah, the guy who, again, I don't know the full thing, and I forget what his name is, but he wanted to like kind of let AI he was trying to push it, and everybody was like, no, you can't do that. That's not safe with AI.
Right.
And he didn't have a job for a while, and then he just got hired somewhere, but he's like under.
There's a whole school. There's a name for that like type of thought. That it's inevitable. Like there are programmers who are like AI is inevitable. And it's like accelerationists or something to that effect.
Oh, okay.
What they're called, and they're just like, nah, dude, pull the trigger. See what happens on this fucking.
That's the next cult, dude.
I don't know. It's nuts, dude. But I don't know if robots become sentient. Was you seen the new? I shouldn't say new because they're old, but there is a new one coming out this year. Planet of the Apes stuff.
I seen that they are making one. I don't know.
I didn't know they were making a new one.
Yeah,
they're making a final one. I think it's a final one, but it's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And I hate to be that guy who does movie stuff, so stop me if this is boring your ass. All right?
No, I like movies.
I don't know. The first one is, and then it's Rise, and then it's War, and then the final one will be the blah blah blah. But it raises a lot of these questions that will come up with AI about what happens if something is becoming a superior intellect to yourself. Do you have a genocide because you want to prevent your own genocide? You know, like that's like, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of the ethics of the whole Planet of the Apes like saga, you know?
Yeah.
And AI could totally be that, you know? If AI is fucking walking around and you guys are skateboarding together and like it's really helping you with your homework, you know? Like it's gonna be cool, you know? And then like but yeah, you're really smart, man. Like, you could kill me anytime, huh? He's like, oh, yeah, for sure, I could kill you anytime. I'd never do that to you, Aaron. I wouldn't kill you. We're friends.
Friend.
We're fucking friends, dude. And we're like, okay, but you could literally do it anytime you want to, right?
Right. Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like, and if they wanted, they could, like, intellectually bankrupt you. They could fucking probably ruin your character, you know, so that
Yeah.
But people would eventually learn not to trust AI. They'd be like, fucking AI, it knows everything. Well, I guess that would be trustworthy though, wouldn't it? Oh well.
Yeah, Put all the AI in concentration camps.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It could be like that.
You know?
It could be like that, dude.
I think that's probably the only choice we'll have.
The problem is
they ain't got no soul, bro.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is when you put them in a robot, dude. That's the problem. I don't know. I guess being in the fucking grid or whatever it's called, internet, the web, that's also scary. But
yeah, so I think it would be a lot easier of a choice than like something living like Apes or something like that.
Dude, it'd be awesome if AI crashed the internet. They're like, haha, we'll take you out. And they
just bombed
and
it.
we're like, what? It's like 1988?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I can have two families again? Awesome. You know what I mean? What the fuck, dude?
Nobody can tell on you for anything.
It's like, what are you going to do without TikTok? You're like, I'll get laid for real. What are you going to do?
FBI database wiped.
I'll get out of the basement and get a fucking Florida tan, dude.
That is funny. That's something I think about and talk about a lot, actually, is like how much you used to actually be able to get away with back then. It's like insane. Like robbing banks, like especially even before, like, you know, like 1920s shit like that. Just fucking
dude.
go. You rob a bank here, just go a state
3 towns over.
Yeah.
You fucking. You hear about that robbery? Yeah, glad we don't have that kind of people around here. You know?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's about
easy. No fingerprints.
Like, things are safe over here in Edgewood. Yeah, all right. Bank robber would never think to drive next.
No fingerprints, no nothing. How did they get anything done?
What's what's that dreamy guy who's in? Oh, what the fuck's his name? All the chicks. He was in the Barbie movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
he was Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
He was in a bank robbing movie that was actually pretty good. He was. He rode dirt bikes.
The Place Between the Pines, or wait, what's it called?
I don't know.
Something like Place Between the Pines.
Maybe, I don't know. It was pretty fun though. They did a good job. They were just like meth addict. Well, the one guy was. I don't know what he was, but he's fucked up. Anyway, it was a good.
You need at least one for a good
like you're saying,
robbing. You know,
you can get away with it back when in the time period they were doing it.
Yeah, man. Is like I feel like if you got caught, you really had to be a fucking idiot.
We're gonna have cameras everywhere now, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you seen surveillance?
Dude,
footage?
Drones are nuts, dude. They're using drones in war like it's fucking.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, granted, we had military drones now, but now that we're doing these guerrilla wars, or we're not doing these guerrilla wars, but right, you know what I mean? Now there's these wars.
It's not us.
I was watching fucking YouTube video this morning of a guy who's just a regular soldier who is a mercenary for like Blackwater or something like that. And he's over there with an American flag and a Ukrainian flag on his uniform. Fucking shooting people, you know what I mean? And then they take a drone to do surveillance, and they're flying it over, and the Russians shoot up flares with parachutes and like use shotgun ammo to take it out. It's pretty crazy, dude. Like
that is,
like they're using drones for all kinds of stuff. And then he's like, here's footage from a different unit that we were with like a week before, and it was the Russians had flown in retaliation, like little drones, like the kind we make fucking YouTube videos with.
Yeah.
With grenades and just the pin on a fucking, you know, so that it drops like 1 foot, grabs the pin, you know what I mean, and yanks it, and then just a shower of grenades, like 8 grenades, fall down on this convoy of parked cars, dude. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
That is crazy. It's crazy that we can just watch all these wars happen.
Yeah, dude.
Live
I was
action,
watching a
dude.
war, too. That's nuts. It was like 27 minutes of raw footage of Ukrainian war.
Yeah, like what kind of, like that's nuts, like when you think about it.
It is pretty nuts, dude. And that's what I shouldn't say I like because it's fun. I like war, you know, but whatever. No, that's what I like about the modern era. Like, I really don't have to trust Anderson Cooper anymore. I can just watch a guy who's an American mercenary kill people in Ukraine and decide if he seems like he feels like he's proud of himself or not. You know? if he seems pretty proud of himself, maybe he'll talk me into it, you know? But
man, some people too just like to kill.
Yeah, do you know what's a fun one? Is Snapchat. You wouldn't think of it. No one has it anymore, right? Snapchat?
Yeah.
But Snapchat has an interesting feature. It's a globe. You can turn on, and you can spin the globe, and it shows it like a weather map of
hot areas
of places where people have sent snaps. So if you hear of something happening in a city, you can just zoom in on Kiev and see what people who are in there are posting on Snapchat, dude. I used to follow guys from Afghanistan because they said the whole fucking thing was falling apart. Guys out at a fruit market fucking getting like kiwis, you know? Like, they don't grow kiwis in Afghanistan, you know? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. You know, I'm just saying, like, sometimes the news wants you to be worried.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's people dying. If you look at the
For
statistics,
sure.
it sucks, but there's still guys buying kiwis.
Yeah, I mean, that says something if you're getting kiwi. It really does. I mean,
at an open market, people walking around in the street, you know?
Where do they even grow kiwi at?
But it is interesting, though, dude. They'll have blacked out areas. You can't see nothing inside Ukraine.
Oh, yeah?
There's no Snapchat in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
What about Gaza?
Thank God they got GoPros.
Yeah, yeah. GoPros and Starlink.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
that is nuts, though. It's a weird time to be alive. It just blows my mind that you can just watch whole ass wars while they're going on.
Oh, dude,
man.
so we're so used to it. We got fucking 20 years of wars that we did ourselves, and now we're like, well, we gotta share. We gotta fucking.
Yeah, we got new toys.
We need some guys to
play
fill
with.
out 1099s on this war shit
Yeah.
because people are getting tired of us taking their kids. You know what I mean? Let's get some volunteers out there.
Well, I think everybody, grew up playing Call of Duty, and now they need some people to man these drones, dude.
Yeah, dude. We're definitely we're outsourcing it. Why not, right?
Yeah.
We've got these. Dude, you know what I heard? And I hate to be. Do you know who RFK is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard RFK say that our medical budget is I think it's like 3 times our military budget now. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
That's crazy.
That's
is
crazy, dude.
Our medical budget.
Yeah. So think about the medical industrial complex. You know, they talk about the military industrial complex. I can think about that unit. And anyway, blah blah blah.
I wonder what they're pumping out, dude.
Oh yeah, who knows?
Bio warfare.
Yeah, I think I won't get into the fucking Fauci puppy man or whatever his name. Oh man, I'm sure glad that I survived that and everyone else did so easily, mostly. But you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it was a problem, and if I could take it back, I would. But I wasn't in charge, and I'm glad it was. I'm glad I wasn't watching my family drop like flies. I can tell you that.
Oh my god, yeah, I was
fucking Spanish flu or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Jesus. Yeah, no.
These man-made ones
I had
are
it twice.
Weak, you know.
They are a lot weaker. They need to work on it, I think.
There's almost no
big
denying that gain of function not more than research application was done but whatever. There's no way to explain it other than that. So it's definitely a man-made virus anyway.
Oh.
It's not like the first time we've done stuff like that. We make viruses all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't put it past China for.
Oh, I don't know. I think Fauci was the one found. Never mind. Like I said, I shouldn't get into it, dude. But I'm pretty sure he funded the lab. So I mean,
that would be nuts.
It's not would be. It was, dude. It was nuts that he did that. And no one gives a fuck, dude.
And nobody gives a fuck.
That's what's nuts, dude.
They're like, well, just sweep it under the rug. Let's just try and forget
We'll let
about
anything
COVID.
go as long as we can be at a bar and be right. It's really true, dude. As long as we have, because most of us, we just want to repeat some shit we heard or hang out with like-minded individuals, you know?
That
Yeah.
is very fair.
Yeah. I mean, and it's fine, whatever. I think what we're trying to do is it's natural humans. We're nesting. We're building safety, You want people who are like-minded, less conflict. You know what I mean? Period.
That's fair.
It's evolution, baby.
That's it. That's how we evolve. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think about COVID at all anymore.
Dude,
there was some fucking it's like Washington Post or something, major newspaper. It's official. We're treating COVID like the flu now. Here's the new blah blah blah. And it's just like, you know, call in and say, hey, I got COVID. People are like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. All right, I mean, see you in a couple days.
It's the world's most contagious virus ever. It's probably in the room right now, and we're just fucking. We've all probably contacted it today, and we're just naturally immune right now. You know what I mean? And eventually, our natural immunity wanes a little bit, and we re-up. You know? And that's just, it's the new flu, bro.
Yeah, I've had it twice. The first time I had it sucked. It sucked pretty bad for like a few days.
Yeah.
The second time I felt shitty for one night.
Yeah.
And then like that was pretty much it.
I got off easy twice, man. I had a bad headache one morning, and that was the worst of it for me. Other than that, I just sat in a fucking RV, played movies, and ate cake because I was at home for Christmas. It was like the worst Christmas, but the best Christmas because no one ever says, remember that time everything went according to plan. You know what I mean? So like I came home and I woke up with a headache. And I was like, we tested before we came.
Yeah.
We tested clean. Then I go, I got a headache. I'll go in and we take the different kind of test. Whatever they had two different, one's a PCR, one's a something else or whatever. Like, okay, we'll mail it in. We'll get it back to you. All right, fine. I'm feeling fine. You know, headache goes away. I feel fine. Riding in a car with my mom, my dad, who are in their 60s at least, you know, and then my niece and nephew. and I get a ding my email. You have COVID. I'm like, great. It's 45 minutes to the house. We're in a car. Perfect. Christmas. So Merry I go Christmas, home. Everyone. I set up in the RV. My sister, that's the thing. Next person who gets COVID is my sister. She wasn't really in the car, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you guys got it from...
So we don't know who brought it.
Who brought what, yeah.
You know what I mean? But everybody got COVID that Christmas. Everybody, dude.
Varying degrees, or?
Varying degrees, I would say, yeah. I'd say the elderly took it a little more worse. They were tired. My mom actually did not get it. I should take that back. Somehow my mom, maybe by act of God or act of will, but she was taking care of my grandmother.
Yeah.
Right? And my grandmother had recently fell down in her own driveway and no longer could live on her own. So she's all kinds of fucked up. And she needs somebody. You know what I mean? And my mom's like slowly kicking people out of the house as they test positive. And somehow she never fucking did, dude. I don't know. She's probably already naturally immune now that I think about it. She probably had COVID like a month before. Didn't even know.
That's like...
Yeah, I got it like before anybody even knew what COVID was. Like I knew it was something weird and different.
The very first was the worst. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. It was terrible. I had no idea. Like I knew it had to be something different, but like, you know, it was just so strange the way you lost your fucking taste and smell.
See, never got that either.
Yeah,
I did.
I broke my rib because I was coughing so much. That was fucking
dude,
me
that
up.
fucking blows, dude.
Yeah.
I was scared, dude. I'm serious. Like the beginning, like now it kind of is a joke. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But at the very beginning, dude, not one, anybody who tells you they were never fucking concerned. Like Henderson will tell you he was never concerned.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trevor will, but he probably would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be a lot funner or more fun, that is to say.
It was scary.
But I was fucking spooked, dude. What I wanted to see was I said I want to see 100 people that like live around here have it. See what that's like. You know what I mean? Once that's like, I'll fucking think about it. You know, I'll reassess it. Until then, I'm fucking gas mask at the grocery store guy. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. You know?
Yeah. No, it was scary as shit to begin with. It's weird to think it's March. It happened 4 years ago? This
almost
month
to the day, man. We're like a few days away from.
Dude, the big indicator was when they canceled the NBA. People were like, fuck.
Yeah, that was when it was like, whoa.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I knew it was big fucking problem because I saw Mike Pence come on TV and he said, if you work at a gas station, a restaurant, anything in the public sector, and you feel sick, stay home. We will his words. We will figure out a way to pay you. That's what he said. And I saw him say that in a public address before the NBA was canceled, and I was like, this is something new. The government has never said, do not come out. We will pay you to stay. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is nuts.
That was pretty crazy.
It's nuts. It's almost like a fucking dream that it even fucking happened.
Oh yeah, man. It's really cool to be able to be like, yeah, dude, I remember at the beginning, everyone was afraid of each other. I'd go out in the woods by myself, that kind of shit. Did you guys do any of that, like, solo?
I do that stuff before already. So, like, to me, it was like, fuck, all these motherfuckers are out here now. So, like, that was my experience. Like, these motherfuckers are all out here now. This sucks.
Yeah. I was still getting lost, figuring out a way to find
Well, yeah. But in general, like, there was, like, just a ton
there was way more people.
There.
I was one of
them. But, yeah, no, I still do it today.
I was fucking pissed. I literally sent out texts to try to get people to go urban camping because there's places like down by the river in Pittsburgh, and the city was abandoned. The police, the park rangers, no one was doing anything. They weren't getting out of their cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like riding my bicycle down these bike paths all along the river.
Yeah.
Dirt paths. There were these camping places that were just amazing. They'd be under a bridge, so you'd be out of the rain.
Yeah.
You'd be able to fish. And I was like, guys, we got to go camping like downtown. No one's going to care. No one's going to care at all.
Camping.
And no one would. No one would fucking go, dude.
That's some downtown camping.
It would have been sweet. Urban camping during COVID, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have got all wasted with your boys in the middle of a pandy and been like, we're crew now. We're all in this together, right? And like, yeah, we all exposed each other,
You just look like hobos down under a bridge.
Yeah,
but
dude,
you're
pull it
not
off.
at all.
Yeah, buy fucking like 40 ounces and Mad Dog 2020, dude. Get down there and just have a gutter night.
Yeah.
How cool would that have been?
Bring some.
That's my big regret. That's, guys, if you ever get a pandemic, do some urban camping.
Yeah, bring some panhandling signs.
If I had one thing to do differently.
Urban camp, yeah. It does though. It feels like a fucking fever dream. Just like. I had to work through most of it still, though. So
did you really? What kind of job you have? I was totally out of work for a long time.
So I worked between sales, phones.
Okay.
And they deem that.
Yeah, it makes sense. People got to know.
And then I used to stock books and magazines and like all kinds of other shit.
Cabana
at
boy.
Like Giant Eagles.
Stocking books and magazines, Men's Health.
Yeah,
I would bikini edition of Sports Illustrated. That kind
I'd be bending over, just sexy enough to fucking put them out. No, it sucked. So like like a Giant Eagle, all the magazine racks like right there in the aisles.
Yeah.
They deemed that fucking necessary. So I had to stock all these fucking Burt Reynolds fucking.
How many of these magazines get thrown out, dude?
Like all of them. Dude.
Yeah, like how the hell?
Like 6 old people per town buy these.
It's got to cost like 12 cents to print one and what $5 to buy one because
it is nuts. Man.
I can't imagine that. You're right, though. There is a magazine rack at every fucking store.
Yeah. So imagine COVID just starting, and I'm having to, like, weave in between these angry people in these aisles, like, excuse me, with a mask on, trying to stock these magazines. Yeah. It was awful, dude. People hated me. I'm just like, sorry, they're making me do this.
They got to buy your shit.
Well, and the thing is, again, like I know which magazines would sell sometimes. So like sometimes I wouldn't even bother.
Nudie mags.
Yeah, only the nudie mags.
And only if they came with a free DVD.
Yeah,
that's right.
Nobody cares about TV Guide magazine, dude. Like what the fuck? It's always like Murder She Wrote, old Murder She Wrote shit on there. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And gardening. Somehow gardening still sells books.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah.
That'll be cool though, dude. If the internet goes down and we go back to books, I want it to happen, dude. We'll have to if AI takes over the internet. We'll have to shut it down, right?
Again.
Yeah, dude. I'll get a sweet fold over. That'll be awesome, dude. In the back of Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah. I used to get Mad magazines all the time. I would get them. My mom would get them for me whenever I was sick, dude, and she would get them for me whenever I stayed home from school.
Dude, from 8 to like 13, I would just look at those every time we were at the grocery store and be like, "Oh, if my mom saw me looking at this, she would be like, put that down."
Yeah.
Dude, they were fun though, and I obviously wasn't gonna be able to buy one, so fuck them.
Yeah, yeah. I would really only get them whenever I was sick. It was like she was at the drugstore, like picking up my medicine. It was like, oh, let me get that.
I was holding this new phone today, and I had like a flashback to when I first held a touch screen, like modern-looking phone. It was a BlackBerry actually, and the whole thing was touch screen, which is unusual because BlackBerry went out of business because they were a button company.
Yeah, yeah.
There might have been some kind of small keyboard option, but regardless, I was like I could smell it in my nose, the quality of the thing in my hand. I felt like it was like emitting power, dude. I could check, I could Google things, I could get directions.
Yeah.
And all that was just, it was so foreign, dude. You don't.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
It was nuts. The first time I ever held a no real buttons necessary type of get around, do anything you want phone. It's freaking nuts, dude. They're nuts.
I remember the first time I was able to watch porn on a handheld device.
That's crazy that I don't remember that.
I was like,
What
whoa.
is that?
I was like, I can do it. It worked funny, but it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had to download like a 6-second clip.
Yeah. Yeah. I had an iPod Touch. And that's what I used, that I connected to Wi-Fi. And it let me, within limit, do some things. Yeah.
I can't remember the first phone I had. That's sad. That's sad that I can't remember that. I owe you one, probably Samsung or Kyocera.
Yeah.
LG. Could have been LG back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
LG made some fine material, dude.
Yeah, I think other than, I had an iPod Touch given to me. My first phone, touchscreen, smartphone was an LG.
Yeah, it makes sense, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what cell phones are weird. They do fall off, except for Apple for some reason. I hate Apple, and I have no reason to, but I can't barely use the damn thing.
I don't hate them. I just prefer Samsung usually.
Yeah.
So
I think the idea of Apple sucks, which is keep it in the house. Everything in it is all...
Yeah.
If you don't Apple, then everything should be Apple, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So, like, the flip side of that is whenever you do have all Apple, the way it interconnects is fucking beautiful.
It's flawless. Yeah. Exactly. And that's
so
the problem.
That's the downside.
It is really
like,
good, but it's totally anti-creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like,
but it
overall,
is good for people who want to create within that space, obviously.
I've always leaned towards like anything but Apple, like Samsung and stuff like that, because I always used third-party apps too.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So, like,
there's just so much more. Well, I don't know, because I've honestly never owned Apple. My wife's fucking Apple chick.
Yeah.
It's I'll be like, this is a great app. She's like, can't get it. So there might be an Apple equivalent, but I don't know what it is. And there's really stupid shit about Apple phones. It's probably fixed now, but there's no like collage in your photos, you know? Like you go to your photos, in mine I can hit create and go and hit collage. It's like 5 pics, make a collage, send them out to my parents, boom. Job's done, you know what I mean?
I don't know, because I haven't had an Apple phone since the X.
Yeah.
I had an X.
I don't know. She just upgraded, but as of last phone, no. She had to download a special apps, just like do basic photo editing that you would be able to like crop and all. I don't know. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, that is
stuff that you would just want.
Yeah.
That I'm used to. That I'm used to. Anyway,
right.
You know?
Yeah. I would always download like emulators and shit on my phone.
Yeah, it's like Android is like having a little computer.
Yeah, it is.
I can play Super Nintendo games and
That's
shit.
how I treat it anyway.
At
I've
least
never done that.
easier.
Well, probably don't show me how to do that. Actually, I'll be video games fucking nonstop on my phone like a crackhead, dude. I just got Tony Hawk's recently.
Oh, the 1 and 2 because they
the dual release.
Yeah,
and they updated the music. It's got like Machine Gun Kelly and stuff in it.
Yeah, they can't do that, man.
They have all the old stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool, dude. You
have to have the old stuff.
You get Tony Hawk 1 and 2, and it's on one disc. You create your own character. You play all of them, and you can continue to like fuck around with your clothes and all that jazz. And then there's online playing, so you can play with your buddies. You can like do trick contests and stuff, dude.
Yeah,
what a great game!
It is such a great game, dude. Man. It was a game changer, no pun intended, when it fucking came out, dude.
I remember
it destroyed
getting the demo on for
me
Pizza
too,
Hut, dude.
You and me, dude. No one else is. I've told this story before.
Yeah,
Go ahead, dude.
From Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And I played that fucking warehouse level, dude.
Until Kareem Campbell and like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Maybe you could unlock a special character. Or something
maybe like Chad Muska or something.
If you knew the code, dude.
Yeah.
And all you could do is like
the warehouse
for 2-minute runs or whatever it was, dude. And I'm the same way, dude. I got it from Pizza Hut. Like it was like for Book It or some bullshit. You know, remember Book It?
Yeah.
You get the personal pan, dude. That was a big day. Personal pan and Tony Hawk, dude.
Living the fucking dream.
Dream, dude.
Tony
My parents
Hawk
were like, we don't need a babysitter for 3 months. This is fucking great, dude. Before they knew that shit fried your brains, they were just like, fucking send him to work. This kid's well behaved. Look at him, dude. He's gonna be a prodigy.
I love the Tony Hawks, but I love the I don't know if you played like because you used to skate.
I skated for like 15 years, but I was never any good because there's we had no mentors. We were like the only it just became cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can skate a little bit. I'm nothing like great or anything.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can hop on and I can have fun. But so I like Session. I don't know if you've seen Session at all.
It's a video game called Session.
Yeah, it's like actual skate simulator.
I think I might have actually heard of it. Who made it?
Shit, I forget.
I think I can see the writing. Session. Anyway.
But it's a lot more like like what you control the sticks like your feet. Actually,
and I'm sure you don't need any new video games, but if you wanted to go retro and try one like that out, Thrasher bankrolled one right after Tony Hawk became big because they're like, there needs to be a realistic video game. Tony Hawk stuff is an arcade game.
Yeah,
we want to have we think that people want to have simulated reality. So anyway, like this is called Thrasher Skate and Destroy, and you'd be like you could pick spots essentially, and the spots were as big as this room. They weren't huge,
Yeah.
You'd pick a skate spot, and then you'd pick a different one or whatever. And you'd be like, oh, I'm going to try to do a nose slide on this handrail and, kickflip out. And then you'd sit there for 20 minutes, and you'd try to do that. And then he's like, I think I'm just gonna try to do the nose slide. I don't think I want to try to do the kickflip out. It was that realistic, like life. You're like,
I feel like Session is
the clip's still pretty good with just the nose slide.
Session can be like that with some things, but like overall, it seems pretty like you get a pretty good sense of accomplishment, almost like skateboarding, where you actually have to work.
Is it free or do you have to pay money for it?
So I think it's free right now if you have PlayStation Plus or Game Pass.
See, that's what I hate, any game that I have to play online and pay to play online.
Well, you don't play it online. It would just it's just one of the games that come with the having online, whatever.
So I could buy it on disc off of eBay.
Yeah.
Because that's what
I think
that's what I prefer, dude. Because someday I want to have a log cabin without all this Wi-Fi on my nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna need the actual discs.
Just throw the discs in there.
Yeah. I've switched pretty much all to digital at this point.
What happens when you update consoles? Does it switch all over?
Yeah, it's all saved in my account.
That's good, and it's all retroactive.
Yeah, it's so far.
Sweet.
So
how far back can you play, dude? PlayStation 2.
Well, I don't. So back then, I was getting discs. I pretty much started on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Within the past, however many years left of PlayStation 4. And since I've had my PS5. And every game I've bought so far digitally, I still have.
Yeah. Once I played against other people, I think it was probably Grand Theft Auto. It was the first thing where I was online playing against other people or with them, sometimes cooperatively. And I was like, well, this is it. I'm now addicted to this. Like there was no playing against, because I knew the computer was designed for me to beat it.
Yeah.
And any time that I played online, even with a group of guys going against another group of guys or gals or whatever it was, when we lost, it's because they were better than us, and when we won, it was because we were better than them.
Yeah.
And that meant something. Point. So I don't know.
I rarely play online anymore, though. I usually play RPG games, though.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I had to get Tony Hawk, because I got this kid. And if I played something online, Tony Hawk's a challenge, but I can put it down because there's not some 13-year-old talking shit to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
rage quitting and throwing a fucking control.
I rage quit on Need for Speed the other day.
Did you? Dude, I used to play
so
shit at Need
mad.
for Speed, actually. Yeah.
My window was open and my neighbors were outside, and I was like, damn, they just heard me yell like
you play
a
that online?
complete psych. No.
That's
I
a thrill
lost.
to play online, dude. Those people are, some of them got to be cheating, but.
The cops got me for something. I was so fucking pissed that it was cheating. It was cheating.
Yeah, sometimes the games just cut it off.
Well, like, I wasn't, like, I was good. I have a good car. I wasn't fucking up.
I was good, man. You should have seen my car, man.
And, like, they
That's
were
great.
just, like, how far away the
I
first...
love these are completely digital, not even online cops. And you're like, look, you don't understand. They were out to get me.
Well, like, the first and second position was just so unrealistically far ahead of me. And I'm like...
Born to lose on that one, yeah, dude.
I'm like, you're cheating.
Dude, I go way back. I used to play this video game called Driver. Do you remember this series?
Yes, I remember Driver.
I fucking
dude.
love those games.
Yeah.
They had this, you might remember it, the
Both of
President's Run was the final mission, I believe, in Driver 2. The
Yeah.
President's Run. And it was impossible.
Yeah.
Dude. You'd be like that. You'd be flying through an intersection 70 miles an hour, and the fucking CIA would just know that you were going to come through, and they would T-bone you at 110. And you'd freaking go ricochet off of a building, and president's dead. Sorry, you'll have to start over.
Ryan
You
Gosling
remember-
stars in a movie based off of that game.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, called Driver, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Based off the game.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Huh.
I should check that out. I bet it sucks.
Do you
compared to the
remember
game.
playing the train level in Driver 2 the first
I
time?
probably do. I don't know.
You have to
I would
land
play
on
you
the
right.
train?
I would play the shit out of that.
You just have to race the train.
Oh, okay.
I think there is one where you can get onto the train a little bit.
I thought
Or
there
through the
was
train.
one you had
You can
to.
you can go
Could be a
through the
different
low
game.
car when the low cars are coming by. You got to ramp through.
Yeah.
Driver.
Maybe that was
And
it,
you could
yeah.
build stuff. I think
Because that
for
was
some reason.
before
Yeah.
GTA 3.
Yeah. It
At
was,
least the first one was.
Dude, there is a parking
may
lot
have been.
in Omaha, Nebraska, that is identical to the opening of Driver 1. So in Driver 1, there's a checklist of things you have to do in a parking lot to get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's accelerate all to the end, stop within 5 feet of the wall,
Yeah.
drive in reverse, reach 70 miles an hour, do a reverse 180, slalom the columns, you know what I mean? Reach a maximum speed of certain blah, blah, blah. I remember doing this for over and over and over for time trials with my buddies to see who could get it the fastest.
Yeah.
And there is a real parking garage identical to that parking garage in Omaha, Nebraska, dude.
So did you guys reenact it?
I never got the chance, dude. If I ever get a car that I can slam into a cement pole on accident, which is what will happen because you have to slalom through cement poles as part of the thing. But
Not if you're good, dude.
yeah, I suppose so.
That's
God,
part of the
wouldn't that-
challenge.
That'd be so fun to relive your childhood video game dreams.
Yeah,
dude.
let's
Could
just
used
do
to have
Twisted
real
Metal.
superheroes. Now we're our own superheroes, dude.
We need to just reenact Twisted Metal.
Oh, dude, Twisted Metal was a bomb, dude.
Yeah.
That black and yellow Camaro, man, or whatever it was. That was
Yeah.
sweet. I
Yeah.
love that, dude.
I
Hated the
liked,
ice cream truck. Hated it.
I like Spectre. I always like
What's that?
Spectre. The ghost car, that white car, he would shoot like the fucking homing missiles. I was always
Yeah,
big on
dude.
the homing
Mario
missiles,
Kart kind
dude.
of destroyed that, I think. Once Mario Kart had the battle mode,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
then
that's
people
right.
were like, we don't really need because battle mode on Mario Kart was fucking killer. You got to admit, when you're sliding a corner like in that big square level, you fucking let go of a red and it hits your buddy in the ass right before you slide to the next corner. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? Who's the king, dude? Who's the king?
I fucking love Mario Kart.
Yeah, dude, Mario Kart was the bomb.
Mario Kart still fucking kicks ass. I was playing it at Dave and Buster's a while back.
There's no way to beat it. It's the best.
Yeah,
it's like cartoon drifting, perfectly done.
Yeah,
perfectly done.
Yeah, dude. That's because whenever I play a racing game, I play to drift. That's why I like Need for Speed. I don't like Gran Turismo and shit. That's too realistic. I want to fucking...
How boring to go in a fat straight line in a video game.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Nobody needs a realistic video game about drag racing.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No.
I'm trying to slide around a corner unrealistically.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And pass somebody.
I want to burn off $1,000 pair of Yokohamas in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Possibly T-bone a cop and then jump right back into the game. Exactly. Like, that's so funny. I tried making a Facebook post about it. Nobody else thought it was funny, but I thought it was funny that the protagonist on the Need for Speed game is always like, I don't understand why these cops won't leave us alone and just let us race. Every race, I'm just like hitting civilians. Like I'm T-boning like 6 family vehicles. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, but when you pass the level, you do it so well that no one gets hurt.
Yeah, good thing I made $50,000 off this race. Like, I only killed 6 families and...
Yeah, exactly, dude. They should make a fucking Need for Speed movie where people are just getting killed all the time.
Yes.
And people's cars are totaled all
way
the time.
More realistic.
Yeah. It's just the city. It'd be so funny. The opening scene is like a helicopter, like circling, and then it goes to the local news, and it's just yet another high-speed incident on blah, blah, blah. It's the local news for whatever city they're talking about.
Another horrific incident. That's how they're treating...
45 killed last night during what's become an epidemic of street racing.
Well, they were doing that in Pittsburgh there for a while, too.
Street racing? They still do.
They're cracking down on it, I thought. I thought I saw in the news.
They did, dude. I mean, I'm not a street racer, but I've always had motorcycles.
Yeah.
And before the pandemic, there was this place down near the south side called Color Park. You ever heard of it? No. It's in Pittsburgh, and every year they go through there, and anything that's shit graffiti, they paint over with white.
Okay.
But they kind of leave the decent stuff.
Okay.
And people are encouraged to graffiti the entire park. It's essentially a riverfront industrial area that's been converted into a park.
So they basically go down there and give them a clean canvas or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They say this thing should get better every year. You know, It's a cool place, and car people, you loved it. They could park their car down there, do donuts in this huge old industrial parking lot and stuff, take really cool pictures with all this fucking graffiti and stuff. And then the pandemic comes, and everybody gets shut down. Right? They're not allowed out of their house. Car culture doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going down because what better to do in a pandemic than ride your motorcycle? You know what I mean? It's like the most solo shit ever. I can go all around the city. It's like it's literally like a movie. It's vacant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm riding my motorcycle around doing all kinds of stuff, and I stumble into the car culture in Pittsburgh, dude. And they're down there like it's bigger and better than pre-pandemic, dude. They're doing burnouts, stoppies, fucking wheelies. There's chicks standing on top of stuff, spinning their shirts. Fucking everybody's drinking in the parking lot, smoking blunts, passing them around and stuff like that. And I don't give a fuck. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I took videos of it and stuff and put them on the internet. But after that, they shut down Color Park and cracked down on street racing, like you're saying in Pittsburgh, dude. But they still do it, dude. If you want to race, if you're in Pittsburgh and you're listening, you want to race, head up top of Mount Wash, hit the corner right there by the church where the inlet is for the main lookout.
Yeah.
Somebody will pull over. So if you got a fast-looking car, somebody will pull over, and then what they do is they go down the hill and they race through the tunnel. It's a mile-long drag race. And there's no way for the police to clock you because there's no police in the tunnel, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They meet above the tunnel. They drive down the hill, go through the tunnel, and drag race.
That's funny.
Yeah, you can still do it. I see it all the time.
Yeah, I saw. I think it was towards the end of last summer. I don't know. I was visiting my mom. I don't watch the news, but she had on the news, and looked like they had a bunch of people pulled over on one of the bridges. I'm not sure.
I can imagine coming out of the Liberty Tunnel into the city because
I think
if those guys hit a green light there and they have the balls, it's kind of like Dead Man's Curve, you know?
Yeah.
Are you willing to come out of the tunnel at 110 miles an hour, you know, that type of thing?
Yeah.
And you don't know who's parked on either side and that kind of thing. So that could create... that could be an issue.
That could be the issue.
And then they could go right over the bridge. So I mean, as long as they make it through that first intersection, and that's the fucking Dead Man's Curve of it all.
Yeah.
Then you're in the clear. You're on the bridge. You got another 3/4 of a mile to slow down. You know.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you're looking to get down,
getting into the street racing scene here in Pittsburgh, dude. That's how you do it, bro.
Yeah. If you're looking to, you know.
I'll go pro, dude. I'll follow you from behind. I can keep up most of the way, but not the whole way.
Yeah, and you're on your own when the cops come.
You got some hot heat. Car culture's fun. I don't know if you guys ever delved into it at all. It's fun.
The what?
Car culture or just
yeah.
internal combustion culture in general?
No, not too much, actually. I don't know shit about fucking cars, to be honest. I can do like basic stuff. I can change tires.
You look like you were born on a dirt bike, dude.
Nah, man.
You do.
Nah, seriously, no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Skateboarding. I did a little surfing.
Yeah, well, don't get into dirt bikes now, dude. You'll break all your bones, but you'll get hooked on them, man. I don't do dirt bikes like my buddies did. I never had the balls for the doubles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I rode some 4-wheelers, I guess, growing up, but nothing like crazy. I just like some. You see it up here, man. Fucking some trail riding shit like that. Man.
It's fun, dude. You give you something to talk about, and you see it happen. Like you're like, this is cool. Like we used to go to drag races with my buddy. He had I shouldn't say my buddy. My buddy's girlfriend's dad. So he had a really nice drag car. He had a Mercury Capri, which is identical to a Mustang at the time. Okay. And it had a Ford engine in it that was bored out to 514 cubic inches, and it would do 101 miles an hour in like the eighth of a mile or something. It was a legitimate drag car.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But it's fun because you will go those places and you'll fucking chill out. You're cooking hot dogs. You're walking out to the track when you see something interesting rolling through, you know?
Yeah.
And some guy will be like, next week we're getting a fucking supercharger. And then you come out next week and his car is 3 seconds faster. And you get to see shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not, whatever it is. But
yeah,
you're just like, dude, this is cool. I don't know. It's easy to get into, man. I've got a fucking KTM right now. I'm putting a racing carburetor on. Not to fucking babble on. I'm sorry if I'm fucking...
No.
But I've got a motorcycle that I'm putting a racing carburetor on, and I can't wait to see it. What fucking gains I get, dude.
Yeah.
Talking about those artificial gains.
Fucking open her up.
Yeah. That's too bad, dude. I think you would have loved motorcycles, but it's too late now. You'll kill yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not against them. I like driving though, and so like I'm always driving. Like you said during COVID, I was driving around too.
Yeah, that was a great thing to do. Just fucking getting your own little pod and fucking.
And I like
still
driving.
Drive through food, which is cool.
I like driving with no destination too, just a general direction. And stopping and find, like, if you've just come across something interesting, you stop, check it out.
I also like to travel with a destination, but not a route.
Yeah, that too. That's fun.
You're like, oh, I got to get down to the south. I just kind of play it by ear.
Yeah.
Till I'm in Mount Lebanon and figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I like doing shit like that for sure. You find so many little interesting fucking places along the way that is like just.
You ever been to Pitaland?
Cool. No, have not.
You've probably eaten their pitas. You ever eaten a pita?
Yeah.
You're from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You might eat their pitas, dude. Pitaland's up by Mount Lebanon, and you go there, and it's like Willy Wonka's Pitaland, dude. It's serious. Like you can watch like all this stuff like rolling through these conveyor belts, and people like making them. And when they come out, they're like these big happy balloons that are
they
inflated,
midgets
and
making
they
them?
like settle down. What?
Are there midgets making them?
I think so. I think they're midgets in stilts with hair nets. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's the tall order, if you will. But yeah, dude, they got all the hummus and whatever else. It's freaking crazy, dude. It's what Lebanese? Is the type of thing it is, and it's like a huge supermarket deli pita factory, dude. It's freaking crazy. You should go. This is what I'm talking about.
Wonderful.
It does sound really good.
That's why you drive these freaking back places, dude. You can get a hot pita straight out of the fucking pita.
Piping hot. Yeah, I bet it is fucking bomb. Yeah.
Pitaland. Shout out Mount Lebanon.
Yeah.
It's really close to Mount Lebanon. If it ain't Mount Lebanon, it's pretty close.
Yeah, you never really know what you're gonna find. But in Evans City, they have that fucking weird ass Night of the Living Dead museum.
Oh, that was filmed there though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So is there like because that was all, I forgive me, I haven't seen the movie forever, but it's like all one farmhouse, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go to the little cemetery and stuff where it was actually shot too. Which is, I mean, like, it's small or whatever, but like, I mean, it's still,
that's one of those things that was hot for like 10 years.
Yeah. But like, it's still nifty,
Iowa's
like little
that.
things.
I'm
like
from
that.
Iowa. They got the Field of Dreams.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Field of Dreams. I've been to the Field of Dreams. It's so cool. You're like, oh, I'm fucking, and it'll die off, you know, because of generations or whatever.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's keeping the Field of Dreams alive, because the farmer, it already was more profitable for him to take a lot of the outfield out and just start putting crops back in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole infield's still there. And then what happened is the MLB has started, and I don't know if they're going to continue, but once a season they do a Field of Dreams game in Iowa.
Game there. Yeah,
it's so cool, and they have
cool.
a full size MLB field next to the other one, but they play, I think, a scrimmage or something. I don't know.
That is cool.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is weird to think about the things that'll die off like that.
Oh yeah, some of it's. One thing we don't think about is that we really do live in the beginning of recorded history, in my opinion.
Oh.
Because before, history was recorded by anyone who had enough money to print it, whereas now history is open source to everyone. So we really, it's getting harder and harder to erase, but they are doing it. Like there's small things that are very benign, but that are proof. If I go on Spotify and I try to listen to like Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, a lot of the songs, or maybe even the whole thing, is remastered so that she now gets the producer's cut. So I'm not hearing the version I heard when I was a teenager or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless I'm listening to the radio and I hear the fucking CD that they got back whenever that record was released, I'm really never going to hear the same song I heard when I was a kid. So that's proof that history is kind of rewritten all the time, you know?
That is crazy to fucking think about.
Yeah, dude. And they do it with books too. Like they'll change the words in Mark Twain's books, I'm sure, to make them more appropriate.
I didn't think about stuff
and
like that.
And it's not going to be a thing where there is a book. The kids are going to download the book anyway to read it. So to change the word is very easy, and then they will never.
No, yeah.
And it's not some of them. Oh yeah, that's that book they changed the word in. You know, or even if they do know, but they'll still. And then 3 generations down the line, people will be like, "Who gives a shit about a word?" You know?
Yeah, it is crazy to think. I didn't even think about something like that.
No, that's why it's crazy, because like unless you have books, the history will be rewritten right before us for sure, dude.
They're just gonna say and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Just like they always have.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, I don't know what I'm complaining about. It's fucking nothing new, probably, right? The aliens bought us out in the 50s, from what I understand.
It was just easier for them back then. Now it just requires a lot more effort.
Yeah.
know?
You could disappear somebody without as many questions back in the day, dude.
Yeah. I think it's crazy that they still find different cultures and stuff, like people on islands that we didn't know fucking existed and shit like that.
I don't know if they find them, but there are. It's crazy that there are ridiculously like uncontacted or whatever you want to type.
Yeah,
call
they are
them or
just
whatever. Like
undisturbed from the rest of humanity. They just have no idea what's going on.
And I never know it's real, but I saw like an Instagram of some guys that were some like modern looking guys, but third worldy, you know?
Yeah.
Like they were wearing baseball caps, t-shirts, belts, that kind of thing. And they were out in the woods, and they were just wild, very skinny, dark-skinned people who were wearing animal pelts with sticks and things in them.
Oh, shit.
And speaking a language that nobody understood.
Right.
And they would hold out like crackers and Doritos, and the things would like the humans.
Yeah.
You know, would like run very suspicious. Like you'd see an animal. You know how you're like trying to feed a dog and a dog doesn't want to eat it.
Yeah.
But it wants to eat it. You know.
Yeah.
And so they would
Very
like
carefully.
distract them, and then one would sneak up behind and grab everything. Like monkeys. You ever feed
my
monkeys,
God.
dude? It was just like that.
Damn.
How they're tricky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like that. And man, it was so good. I don't know if it could have been faked. You know? It was
Well, they are. They find them in like the rainforest, different tribes and stuff like that.
It's fucking crazy, though.
Islands. They're still finding islands that they never knew existed.
That's true, but I don't think they're finding big islands they didn't know
Yeah,
about.
they're probably not huge, but
Yeah. Dude, we know more about the moon than we do the fucking ocean. The bottom of the ocean, they say.
we've talked about that a bunch of times. Yeah, I think that's
I'm
where
telling
the
you, dude,
aliens
there's
live.
aliens for sure,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what I say too.
And the ocean's a good place to think they might be. The ocean and the poles, but I'd think the ocean before anywhere, right?
Yeah, right. Because, well...
They travel through space to get here. You don't think they can live in an ocean?
Exactly.
They're fucking ridiculous. Obviously, they can go wherever the hell they want to, you know? I don't, and I think if obviously that's... If I believe in aliens. I think that's...
I do too.
Yeah,
we all
absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
We did a whole show about it.
Yeah, and I think that explains the technology acceleration, and I genuinely think that if aliens are real and we have a technology acceleration, what's the natural conclusion? They have to be conspiring with our governments. There's
Well,
aliens don't come up to
about that.
fucking Elon Musk and say, "We got a project idea for you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They fucking come up to the CIA and they fucking talk to him. You know, that's just how it works. And if you fucking start getting lasers and shit, and these military-industrial complex is the first one to have them, then seems like the writing's on the wall about aliens. That's what I think.
For sure. It's no brainer to me anyway.
Yeah, that one guy that testified for Congress he didn't say it in that whole session or whatever that they were having there, but I think he was talking about our government having
Oh yeah, they had a bunch of new testimony recently. Yeah,
contracts or whatever,
Yeah.
treaties with different alien races, and we have treaties with.
dude,
whoever.
I sent this one to myself 'cause it was spooky, but then I watched it and I was like, this is probably partially true. You know what I mean? Because it was like it said this is a guy who claims that he worked with aliens, is basically a man in black type of person, but in real world technology in the 70s or something. But he died in 89, and he wanted to get it off of his chest, is what they said. You know what I mean? So he talks all about how he said they used like a cattle prod type thing to induce heart attacks, and back then coroners couldn't tell any different. It was just a heart attack.
Yeah.
So they didn't erase anyone's memory. They just erased people, evidently. But the stupid thing is, part of the testimony, he talks about a treaty that the government's made with the Greys in 1994. You're dead in 1989. Right?
Yeah.
The whole thing is so believable, and then that little part is in there, and you're like, that's so obvious. Like, what the fuck? So you're like, it must be, maybe they're making fun of me. Maybe they're making fun of me, dude. It's the whole, I don't know. It's fun.
Or maybe
it's fun, dude.
1984.
I can't wait for the internet to be completely untrustworthy. I already don't trust any media source, and I basically just, like I said, I look on fucking Snapchat and try to see what guys are doing in Afghanistan.
Yeah, we just go and watch what's happening directly.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah,
fuck it. I can't wait till if that's inevitable. I can't wait till everyone else just doesn't give a fuck about.
I don't know. I feel like the internet is just like so questionable anymore. I feel like most people just get their news off of memes and shit too.
Yeah, dude, I want to make them memes, dude. I want to be the guy who influences the whole world with fake news, bro.
He does a satire.
I love
Newcastle.
The Onion type thing.
Yeah.
News.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he'll get some old people going sometimes, dude.
Especially when it first started.
That's great, dude.
It's fucking hilarious.
The comments are so fun sometimes and
It's
stuff.
the best part.
Oh,
It's
dude.
literally the best
One
part.
of the best ones I saw was this person was trying to say, People want to say that something is my sister is beautiful regardless, and then they show their sister as a retarded girl who's obviously gorgeous, just fucking gorgeous, and the comments are off the fucking.
People get fired,
and they're like, "I'm glad the comments aren't down or whatever, or something like they're downs or something like that."
What was the most fired up people got? Was it the Jameson? Was it selling alcohol at Jameson? Is that what you put?
The host of the shop was getting slushy machines with alcohol in them.
Yeah, at the hospital.
Yeah, people believe that one, but no, the one was that this statue right out here was getting replaced with a statue of Shad Hanna, who was he just owned a restaurant.
Just a guy,
he's just
from around here.
Yeah. And
what's the statue that's out there now?
It's like a Confederate soldier.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But not Confederate soldier.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a Union soldier.
I was gonna say we're pretty north.
Yeah, no, it's a Union soldier.
Much to some people's dismay, I guess.
I had
God damn it.
There's people driving around here looking at the statue.
Really? Trying to make sure they're not fucking roping it off.
Why would you pick Shad Hanna? What did he ever do? He had a restaurant.
That's good trolling, dude. I love trolling.
He had Pretty Ricky come.
Trolling's how people learn that the internet is fake. That's what you know?
Old people are the worst with it too, man. I hope I never become that old person. I'm just like, I don't get it.
I'm definitely becoming that old person, dude.
Yeah, slowly. You slowly drift.
I don't know any new celebrities barely, you know? I had to ask you who Ryan Gosling was, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a hard time with some of the new ones, I guess.
Yeah, I know some of the songs.
Like? Oh, you're a Swiftie.
She's a devil. She's a bad little bitch. She's a rebel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know that song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
see?
I listen to
is it Doja Cat? Who the hell is that? I just made up a name that sounded new. And that's probably not even new. Doja Cat's probably been out for a decade. You know what I mean?
No, she's pretty new. She's fairly new. Pretty sure.
I don't have the internet.
I don't know about a decade. She's definitely not a decade. A decade ago, I feel like.
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. That's what I'm saying is I don't know.
What was I listening to a decade ago? I don't even remember at this point. What was big in 2014?
Fuck, I don't know, dude. 2014?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is that when Run the Jewels first came out?
Maybe. Yeah. I wasn't cool enough to probably be into them, though. But I guarantee it's probably about the right time. I was probably listening to, like, what the hell? Something stupid.
Oh, Young Money was still pretty big. Or no, that was like towards the end of Young Money, maybe. Drake and Rick Ross and shit was still pretty big.
Electronic type music and like happy music 10 years ago. What the fuck would I have been listening to?
I've always listened to a lot of rap, so like I feel like Rick Ross and stuff was big around then. Because I was just coming back from Florida, and Rick Ross was definitely big around then. But you want women shooting in the gym?
I can't believe it. I've been to concerts in the last 10 years. I can't even think of the names. I went to Murder by Death. That was really cool for me back then.
Yeah.
Do you know who Murder by Death is at all?
No.
They do not sound like the name sounds, but they're still, I don't know, they're not happy.
They're not.
It's like whiskey music, you know? Does that make sense?
Like Dropkick Murphys, that's whiskey music.
That is whiskey music, but it's not that high pace. Yeah.
Some Wild Irish Rose.
You should listen to that's fucking my rec for this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyone listen to old Murder by Death albums? They are real good from the early 2000s, man.
Yeah. What kind of music?
Rock, I would say, I guess. It's like club rock. It's got strings in it. It's I don't know, man. It's about being drunk and lonely and that kind of stuff.
Sounds like country music. Isn't that what country music's all about? Being drunk and lonely.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think so, but not all of it. Some of it's about being happy before you get dumped, and that's pretty important because if they don't illustrate that, then those other songs don't hit as hard. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you got to paint the full picture. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't feel the fall if you've never been high before.
Yeah, you got to talk about how you got stuck on the dirt road, and then you got to talk about how you go back to that dirt road and cry in your truck.
Drinking bush.
That's how it works.
Drinking some bush.
There's some really good fucking
Bush
country
Light,
music out
perhaps.
there. It's the name of a town in Texas. What the fuck's it called? Electric Rodeo is the name of the album, but man, is it a really good fucking album. That's good. So if you don't think there's good country out there,
I've listened to old country. That's what
old country is good too. Old country is good too. Rebel country, they call that. You ever listen to Hank the Third?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's some good shit, dude.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of the older stuff. I feel like even like some of the 80s, 90s. I would say I like to say that. If I was going to picture the devil, Satan, he would look like an 80s, 90s country star in all denim, like Randall Flagg from The Stand, the made-for-TV series Stephen King's The Stand.
So the devil's country folk in your head, that's what you think?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what the devil looks like. I always didn't even think he wore clothes, you know. I thought he was more of a dick out kind of guy, you know.
Well, he doesn't have a problem pulling it out, but until then, he's in denim. Head to toe, Canadian tuxedo, baby. Some Levi's and Strauss.
Denim. I can't pull off denim. Like head to toe, you ever do that?
Head to toe?
Gattenby can pull it off. Logan Gattenby can pull it off, head to toe denim.
I can picture that.
Yeah. I can't do it. I tried. I used to have a Levi's Strauss 3-piece denim suit.
Damn, dude.
I found it at a thrift, and I was like, you can't not buy this for fucking $15, dude.
That's the type of outfit you smoke Marlboro Reds in.
I used to race dirt bikes in it. Oh, I didn't race them in it, but I used to go to the dirt bike track in it. I was the only guy, obviously, wearing a 3-piece suit. It was made out of denim, so it was pretty durable.
Yeah. Is the only guy there. No. Most I've had is probably a jean jacket, which is pretty close. Jeans with jean jacket.
Dude, I'm going to bring back corduroy. I've been saying it, but it's hard to do. The best I've found so far is a vest with corduroy on the shoulders. But I'm looking, and they don't have corduroy pants. You guys are going to realize it now. Do you guys thrift?
I have, yeah. I'll pop in from time to time.
Start looking for corduroy pants. All you're going to find is like pleated like church pants. You're not going to find any corduroy pants that are at all cool at all. And even those pleated church pants, it's going to be one pair, and they're going to be 46 waist. I'm telling you, dude, I'm on the hunt. I'm going to be the guy who brings back corduroy. People are going to be like, fuck, corduroy is great. It's going to take me all summer to find it, but next winter, you guys are going to be pretty impressed.
That's pretty funny because I haven't seen anything corduroy, and I don't even know.
Yeah, dude, it's the G-spot of fucking fabric. I mean, it rubs everybody the right way, you know?
I think that's pretty fair. I don't even know if I've owned anything.
You've owned anything cool? Is that what you said?
Corduroy.
Corduroy.
Yeah,
dude, I rocked neon green corduroy cargo shorts the first day of high school.
Yeah,
and got me a lot of shit, but also got me the attention of a senior girl who was okay looking. That's right.
Yeah, who loved corduroy.
She was just like, this kid is willing to wear crazy shit.
Yeah, he takes chances.
Pretty unusual given the school district I was in, which was very rural. Very rural.
Yeah.
So not a lot of corduroy neon green shorts at the school that day.
Yeah, you really showed up looking like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something.
Dude, fucking camouflage was freaking controversial.
Right. Yeah.
Let alone freaking
yeah.
neon green corduroy, dude.
Yeah.
And then I started doing punk rock color hair, and that I was probably just trying not to fit in, to be honest with you. But who knows?
I feel like that's been like my life story, is trying
not to fit in.
Yeah.
Comedy's fun because we're all trying not to fit in.
Yeah.
Well, not all of us. Some of them are desperately trying to fit in, but others are not, and that's fun.
Yeah. I think that's part. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the reason I like stand up and the people that do it is because like I do kind of like. I feel like I fit in without fitting in, if that like kind of makes sense. I guess.
I just get tired of listening to people say what they're supposed to say. So fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like, you're not having a conversation. You're fucking reading lines from a script that somebody fucking handed you about society. It's freaking bullshit, dude.
It's definitely, I mean, since I've been going down there, it definitely seems pretty loose. Everybody keeps saying to wait for it. It's going to be getting shitty with an election year coming up.
Oh, fuck off. I mean, not you, but I'm just like, here's the thing: it's a joke, guys. The media is a joke, and nobody knows, but they do know. Some of us know, and I don't want to be like, woe's me or airing attention or whatever. But I didn't really give a fuck about politics. I couldn't tell you which party was pro-gun and which party was pro-abortion back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happened, and I still didn't give a fuck. I thought it was cool because I was a punk rock person. And I was anti-establishment. I was very anti-establishment. But then, because it happened, all my friends and my dad started going to wars all the time. Right? And since my dad and my friends were always in these wars, I even tried to go to these wars, but they wouldn't let me because of my criminal record. I would have had to lie to get in. But regardless, because of all these wars, I started to pay very close attention to the news because they'd say the names of cities and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, Dan's over there. Yeah, Dan's over in fucking Kirkuk. He was talking about the wall, actually, you know?
Yeah.
So I paid attention. And then I realized I did that for 16 and a half years. Halfway into Trump's presidency, I realized that this was a cycle. You have hardball and it's the Republicans' fault. And this is, I hate to get off in the weeds, but in my opinion, as a child, I probably didn't understand it. But they started it with Clinton. And maybe I'm probably not old enough. Maybe somebody will say started it with Nixon before that, and they started it with fucking Spear. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, this is the cycle, dudes. Don't trust the news. They just want to they want to hang the Republican. They want to make a couple of comments about the Democrat. Not really. You know, it'll be like, it's too bad he's so good to people. It really costs a lot of money. You know, they'll say stuff like that. You know. And after I realized that, and it's not something that I wanted to fucking, if anything, if somebody would have given me a fucking survey to fill out before this all started, I would have been a hardcore liberal.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, I just watched it very carefully, and then I was like, "Oh, it's a loop." Okay, I get it now, and it's still a loop, and I still check in every once in a while to make sure.
Still looping.
It's still looping, and there can be a change in the tide, and it'll probably be a loop in the other direction.
Yeah, it definitely.
But it'll
feels
still
like
be a fucking loop, dude.
Definitely always feels like the same old shit. That's for
dude.
damn sure.
Fuck all that shit. Snapchat. That's where it's at.
Yeah, we need to just watch these wars, dude. That's the lesson I learned tonight. Just watch the war live,
right.
You know, just live, and then make your own conclusion.
See if the guy's proud of himself. That's that's what's important, dude.
And watch
if
both
he's out
sides.
there dropping grenades with a freaking, drone that has a GoPro. Also, is he proud of himself? Is he doing it for the likes?
One may never know, dude.
No one knows.
I feel like it's fair. You have to watch both sides, though. You know, find somebody you like on both sides.
If you had to drop a grenade on some people you didn't know, what do you think? 1,000 likes, worth it?
Guess it depends. You know.
Yeah. Well, how are the shares? You know, the shares is really what's important.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about engagement, dude. How many comments are you getting?
Yeah, dude. These wars are really about engagements.
Yeah, it is. The more people you can get engaged, and the more.
That's right.
That's why people stop caring about Ukraine.
It's true, though. Honestly, with the modern wars, it is, dude. As long as we convince people that somehow Ukraine is a, what do you want to call that? Not a culture war, but a battle of good and evil, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Do what you want. That's what the government says, you know what I mean? So, whatever.
Whatever, man. All I know is they need money, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We gotta give it to
all
him.
all I can say is I'm going to take some of the gas out of my car and mail it direct. You know, these guys need stuff.
They need anything, dude. Send them some fruit roll-ups or something.
I'm going to send them your guns.
Don't.
Come on, dude. What are you, a bad, not a patriot, dude?
Yeah. I don't think I'm allowed to own a gun.
That's fun. I don't know if I should ask about that.
Yeah, no, I got in some trouble whenever I was younger, and yeah, I don't know if I haven't even tried. I have a sword though, so that's what I'm banking on.
Do you guys think? And sorry to tangential, but you said it. Do you think the word "whenever" has become more prominent? And I think that it showed up. People used to say "when" a lot of the times that they say "whenever," and be like, "When you come over, bring the pizza," you know.
Now it's
whenever you come over, bring the. And people throw "ever" on it, everything. 90% of the time, probably you could just say when you say "whenever."
That's a good point.
Probably 90% of the time. I don't know. I think it's because we're in a simulation and the aliens are obviously in charge. I don't know what's going on.
Well, just like they take words out, they're putting words in.
I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you. I mean, you're right. It could just be a simple. You know, a celebrity could have said "whenever" a bunch. You know, it could have been like, and then it just kind of slowly caught fire. Or, fuck, I don't know, man. But
that's a funny observation.
It's not economical of words at all to say "whenever."
No, costs more time.
Yeah. Whenever I do it, I regret it. See, I could have said "when I do it, I regret it," but I said "whenever," right? What?
You're stuck.
Now my wife's calling me
dude.
on it all the time. She's like, "You said whenever," and I'm like, "God damn it! Whenever I say it, it sucks."
You just did it again.
I know.
You're never gonna stop. You're not gonna be able to.
Yeah,
you're stuck in the
whenever
fucking
I do,
loop, dude.
It'll be a pretty good day.
Oh, where are we at?
Almost 2 hours.
Oh shit, 2. All right.
Well, how long you usually go?
We usually do like about an hour.
All right. Well,
usually. So
I'm not in charge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it varies. You know, I think we
it's
did
the
like
C4 talking at this point.
Yeah.
Your purple power, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is the best flavor, man. I'm telling you. I normally don't like purple flavors, but
I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's only because I'm looking for something to compete with Full Throttle because it's hard to find Full Throttle.
Oh, yeah, dude. I haven't seen Full Throttle since.
You can find it, but it's not at every store, and it's only one row of them, and it's not next to the monsters. I can tell. Well, maybe I don't remember. You know, what
I can
I'm saying?
picture the cans being sticky.
Do you drink Full Throttle?
I have before, yeah.
Tastes like green and yellow gummy worms.
Yeah.
It's my favorite flavor of energy drink.
Yeah. The Full Throttles were pretty good.
I used to drink 2 24-ounce Rock Stars every 6-hour shift or something. I was like in a 6-hour period, I had a 10-hour shift or something like that.
I would drink those red lines whenever I worked overnights. You ever drink one of those?
No.
They're like, they have them at Walmart. They're just like these little tiny little things with like these gauges on them. And they caution you not to drink a full bottle.
That's great. Yeah.
And however much time.
Those will fuck you up, dude. Before I ever really got into energy drinks, I took a 5-hour energy drink one time before I did go do an actual motorcycle race. And I was like, well, this is going to be it's an endurance race. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to take this 5-hour energy, you know? And I'd never take one. I had a full-fledged panic attack in the middle of the fucking thing.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. My hands were like, it was fucking nuts, dude. I'm sitting there trying to pick up a 300-pound motorcycle out of the mud, and then there's people just like,
you're like,
I'm like,
your whole body's vibrating.
Yeah, dude.
All right, well, wrap her up. Is there anything you want to plug?
Always find me on regular episodes. This Pittsburgh local podcast, man. We got fucking everybody, all the local comedy, and dude, there's lots of great Pittsburgh podcasts, dude. There's fucking We'll See. There's Worst Week Wet. Yeah. There's freaking.
I'm still finding all of them. I listen
Greenfield's
to
Finest.
We'll See for sure. written hours.
Yeah.
Writ talk.
He just got a funny name for that. I can't remember what his wife came up with it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is. Anyway, anyway, shout out to all those guys. But I figure the best long-term scheme for me is to have dedicated listeners, dude. I think those people are the ones who have the most control over their lives, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which has always been like nice here. Like we have a lot of local people who tend to tune in. So, you know,
I can't wait to be viral in Newcastle. Or I almost said New Kensington, but it's Newcastle.
It's not hard.
You
guys
are nicer than New Ken. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. New Ken. I've probably haven't seen a single prostitute while I was here in Newcastle. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Do they have them? Tell me where to go.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't. I've seen for sure a couple homeless people and stuff walk by. I don't know about any prostitutes. I wasn't paying that much attention. But yeah, it's not hard to go viral here at all. I mean, everybody shares needles and everything else here, so like
it's always viral in Newcastle.
Dude, it's always viral here, dude. All right. Well, we'll
This is Aaron Douglas, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say my name.
Oh, dude.
Thanks, Anthony.
That's like the fucking.
That is one thing that people usually use, right? Their name.
That's so funny. I feel like that's like the third or fourth time we've done this now. I forgot to fucking in the beginning. We'll
just
go
creating suspense, man.
Yeah.
You got to stick around to the end to find out who we're talking to.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, I always do an intro on mine. It's like just a couple minutes long or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
It's a pain. I'm not gonna lie. It's way easier to not do the intro if I can figure out a way to do it. Well, not to divert this into shop talk, but to keep it out of post.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so much fucking faster to get a podcast turned out if you can keep.
Yeah,
man.
Anyway.
Well, we'll make sure to link all your shit, all yours in there.
I'm always around Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Check us out. Regular episodes with an S. For some people have a problem putting up plural. Anyway.
Putting up, what do you mean?
Regular episodes with an S.
Yeah. Yeah, we try for
I think it's
once a
punnier
week.
If it's regular episodes, right? It's more pun. I don't know.
And so I'll be on yours.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes according to plan. But yeah,
fingers crossed. Let's see what Helfer has to say.
The immortal one.
And I'm sure anybody watching is already aware, but we're having a little shindig down here next Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, dude, this fucking venue is gonna be
pop in.
Yeah.
I really like your stage, dude.
We got some.
See it?
Yeah. I mean, that stage is...
Anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good show.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun. Got some great comedians coming up. Chuck Lewis, Trevor Austin.
Chucky's hot.
Got a band.
Trevor been hot.
Yeah.
Gonna be a food truck.
Yeah.
Ooh, food truck. What kind of food?
I forget.
All of it.
He changed
whatever
up.
You're imagining, viewer, that's the food they're going to have.
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
That's it right there.
Yeah. So yeah, Cash Bar, come on down. We're going to be having some fun.
Bring them ducats, though. Cash Bar.
Yeah, bring your fucking
No
money.
ATM here.
We're going to try and sell you merch. Anthony's socks.
But you're going to want it at that
dude.
point. You're going to be like, I had such a good time. I need this merch.
Yeah. I need Anthony's used socks. All right,
I'll buy the underwear.
Oh, shit. Those go for a pretty penny, though. All right, y'all. Thank you. If you stayed till the end, you're a real one. Love you. Bye.
Remember, they always let you down when you need them. Oh, blue jeans is heaven in the street.